Hi, it's Phil Stein here. I'm standing under the boarded Whitney Museum of American Art, right in the heart of the meatpacking district. Today we'll be talking about the Highline. This is Gansevoort Street. Just a block up is Florent. That was two episodes ago, talking the meatpacking in Florent. Notice the hair gel. Remember the episode I was talking about the Titanic, Lusitania? I mentioned the hair gel shortage in the world. It was a joke. There's no hair gel shortage in the world. But people started sending me hair gel. This one I'm wearing now was from Mrs. Sanchez in Tijuana, Mexico. It's aloe vera, avocado oil, and apple cider vinegar. Pretty good, huh? Does the job. But this is the Highline. The Highline is an abandoned freight train tracks. This was built for one reason: safety. Before the Highline was built, the trains used to run along 10th and 11th Avenue in the early part of the last century. And many people got killed by these trains. So for safety, in 1934, they opened up the Highline. By the 60s, it was sort of being obsolete. They abandoned it. So for many years it sat empty until two men, Joshua David and Robert Hammond, came up with the brilliant idea to turn this into a park. The first part of the Highline, the southern end, was torn down in the 60s. So this building over here was an old storage warehouse. As you can see, the train used to go right through the warehouse and it ended down at Spring Street. You go north on the Highline, went to the old Nabisco cookie factory. That's where they invented the Oreo cookie in 1912. So it would bring in all the raw materials, the eggs, the flour, the sugar, and it would take out the finished products, Oreo cookies, Unita biscuits. So that was the function of the Highline. So in 1999, when they came up with the idea to make it into a park, one reason was to make a park out of it. The second reason they didn't want this torn down was they didn't want this to be torn into a swatch of real estate. So this last part here is 1.5 miles long. If real estate people got a hold of this, they would tore all this down. You had 1.5 mile swatch of buildings like they did on the southern part. Well, it backfired on them. The Highline became so popular, it spurred more real estate. So if you walk up and down the Highline now, on either side of the Highline, there's buildings going up left and right. And they advertise them as, you see, they put banners up. Live by the Highline, live near the Highline, live a block from the Highline, live close to the Highline. Where do you live? Oh, I live on the Upper West Side. That's 3 miles from the Highline. Or where do you live? I live in the Bronx. That's 12 miles from the Highline. I got an uncle in Boston. That's 230 miles from the Highline. I've been to Paris, France. Paris, France. That's a 6-hour plane ride from the Highline. So the Highline is now the center of the universe. Isn't that something? Status. That's what it's all about. Same reason people wear Rolex watches, drive Mercedes-Benz, they want to live near the Highline. All right. I'm going to read a letter to you written to me. People love these letters. By Miss Mary McElhaney, she wrote to me. She says, Dear Phil, I've been having digestive problems lately. I'm in my 80s, so it won't be easy to change my eating habits. My doctor put me on a very strict diet. It's a tasteless diet. I can't eat any food with taste. I live in Sunnyside, Queens. I was born here and never left the neighborhood. Back then, it was mainly an Irish neighborhood. And I had my pick of restaurants for bland and tasteless food. Now, all the restaurants are sharp tasting foods. Mexican, Indian, Thai. You being a tour guide, you must know some restaurants around the city that I can still eat in. I trust your judgment. Sincerely yours, Mary McElhaney. All right, Mary. The first thing that popped into my mind was the old Blarney Stone bars, the old Irish hot plate bars. There's still a few of them in Manhattan. My suggestion, you go later in the day, because that's when the food sits in the steam and the water all day, and it loses all its taste. So at the end of the day, the food has no taste. And don't forget to order the steamed meatloaf. That's very popular. All right. That's Mary McElhaney. And now what you've all been waiting for, today's haiku. Your unruly hair calls out for hair gel. Oh virus, be tamed. That's poetry. And that's good poetry. All right, it's time to go. All right, until next time. See you in the hood. I'm out of here.